How would your life look like today if you'd seen it with different eyes? How would you be today if your parents, your education, your culture, religion, everything around you, your entire environment has said to you different things? Because you see, when we are children, we learn through imitation. So we copy and imitate everything that we see in our environment. It is not the events in our lives that shape us, but the beliefs and the stories we tell around those events that do. The negative and the painful things that we've lived, and we decide how we react to those things. Limiting beliefs start first with the word I. It's all about the ego, and then they start with a negative. I can't, I won't, I don't want to. What if we start changing that simple word into a positive? I cannot do this. I decide not to do this. The key in all of these changes of limiting beliefs is not to pursue wealth, but to see it as a means to an end, as a means of contribution and not the end of all happiness. Because happiness can never be bought and happiness can only be found inside. Whenever something happens in your life, our brains ask two questions. Will this give me pain or pleasure? And we categorize the event into pain or pleasure. What must I do to avoid pain or pleasure? And that's how we start to make a reality. The answer to both questions are based on generalizations and are based on our past experiences. If we have experienced pain on a similar situation before, we will give the painful category to the situation again. And that repetition of generalizations is a belief. Most of us do not decide on what do you want to believe. You interpret situations, you copy situations when you were little, and most often our beliefs are missed interpretations from our experiences from the past. It doesn't matter if a belief is true or not. What matters here is which one is more empowering to us. Our beliefs have different levels of certainty depending on the amount of times we experience it and the amount of certainty that we add to something. Most of the time, we have beliefs or convictions based on what everyone else believes, based on our culture, on our religion, parents, on society, because we want to belong. And the only way to change that is to change the environment, because that is how human beings interact with each other. Now, let's talk about vocabulary, okay? Most beliefs are formed by words. And so words can be changed, words can be limiting, and it can be empowering. It depends on the wording that we use on how we're going to feel. What would your life look like if you change your vocabulary? What happens if I ask you, how are you feeling today? And you say, I'm feeling terrible. It sucks. I hate my life. I had a bad day. I arrived late to work. I hate everything. I hate my boss. You are using hateful, depressing, and lowering words. If I ask you, how's your day? You say, it's a day full of lessons. I'm learning a lot. It's empowering. It's a challenging day, but I think it's giving me a lot to learn from. Okay, so how you feel will depend on how you speak about your situations. So in this video, I really encourage you to start analyzing your past experiences, your painful experiences, everything that has brought you pain and struggle. Analyze how you were raised, analyze the way your parents think, their beliefs. How do they see money? How do they see love? How do they see partnerships? How do they see the world? And you will see that you have adopted some of those beliefs. Analyze the school, the culture, if you are religious too, everything that is your environment, and start changing those things. The first thing is to change your environment, and the second is to be conscious and to start changing your words so that the next time that a negative situation comes again, you decide to change the way you react to that situation. You decide to change the way you will speak about that situation so that you can start eliminating those negative limiting beliefs. Thank you everyone for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye.